Hello, let's do Wordle for Saturday, January 31st. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it said to start with whoop. All right, so we learned something interesting, which is that there's exactly one O and it goes there. We do not have to worry about there being two O's. This is probably one of the better results we could have gotten. All right, so common letters, S, T, R, L, N, are all still available for some reason. Is there an whoa, what am I trying to say? Is there an STRO word? Strop is the only one I know. Straught. I think I'm thinking of the word trot and then thinking strot is that. Strod? Like I strawed on something? I don't know. Let's do something else. Maybe like an L. Maybe I can get another vowel in here. EO wouldn't make sense, actually. I think I would want a vowel here. Xenon, clearly. I mean, it's possible, but I'm not guessing that. Veto. Meteor. Detour? That has an E at the end, doesn't it? Or is it UR? I think it's UR. Anyway. AO? I mean, there's got to be something. How many common letters? Is there an ON ending with like a... Maybe ION? Scion? Let's guess Scion, because I gotta guess something. Okay. Try again. This time with feeling. Oh, I could have gone with felon. That would have been fun, but there's no N. Does it end in like OR maybe? I'm starting to think it is this form. I don't think it has to be an A, but just a vowel second. Because what else are we doing? UO, EO, AO. None of that makes sense. We're not doing double O. Because we proved it's not with whoop. We could start with a vowel as well, but I tend not to try that unless I'm forced. Tarot. Really not excited about repeating the T in this situation. But I guess I'll go for it. Well, you know what? We learned that there is exactly one T, and it's at the end. All right, could have been worse. So it sounds like we do actually start with A. Owlet is a word. A lot. Sorry, a lot is a word, not a lot. The two words, but a lot is in to allot like a certain amount of money for something, right? To slot it in. Do we do another double letter though? Like what else is there? Ambot. Adlot. Aglet. Aglet is a word, but not aglot. Do I do Owlet? Oh, sorry, a lot. I keep thinking of the Owlet meme. I don't know if you've seen that. I love this Owlet. All right, we're gonna guess Owlet then. It was just that. I don't know if there was anything else. I guess we'll find out in our analysis. But first, we're going to spin our wheel and see what tomorrow's starting word is going to be. Fairy, suggested by Nikki Takuens. All right. So, not a terrible starting word. I'm not a huge fan of the F, but AIRY, perfectly fine. A little vowel heavy for my case, if you consider Y to be a vowel. I wonder how trappy some of the results are. Anyway, fairy tomorrow. It's at least whimsical, and at least doesn't repeat a letter. So I can't really ask for more than that from my members. So if you would like to follow along, we will start with fairy tomorrow. Let's do our analysis before people think the video's over and just click away. All right. That's sure that's already happened. Owlet. So we started with hoop. All right, there were only 87 words left, so we weren't in super danger. It's just manner. That's exactly the kind of word I was looking for. Arson, pretty good. Baron, Talon. I went with Scion, which I'm sure isn't in the list. All right, now we're down to 29, so that wasn't too bad. I went tarot here, which I'm sure it's not suggesting. It's suggesting armor, which repeats the R. Arbor, which repeats the R. Mayor, major, rumor. All right, I went tarot. And we were down to Abbott and Owlet, so another double letter. So the only non-double letter guess I could have done was the Scion guess. If I locked in the whoop, if I had this locked in, the only non-double letter, even if I went Abbott. All right, so I won a 50-50 between Abbott and Owlet. Hey, Abbott. Has Abbott been the answer before? We don't have to ask that question again starting the second, but today that is a question to ask. It feels like it has been, but maybe not. Maybe I've just guessed it before. All right, so it suggests manor from here. And from there, we could get just lucky and get Owlet 3. Otherwise, we do something like Ascot, and then we could so as much as 5. So somewhere between 3 and 5 is our solve right there for Whoop with the optimal guesses. We'll look at Tails. Its optimal start. From Tails, it was only Owlet. That's cool. It's a guaranteed 2. Might be a little hard to think of. I don't know if Steel is going to be the same. Steel is not, but Owlet is still in a top guess. Otherwise, something like Tally and then Owlet. Yeah, those are the options. Aloft and then Owlet. Wow, so Steel's getting it in 2 or 3. Adieu. We get that starting A. That already gives us only 54 words left. It suggests alter. Lots of good letters there. And checking repeated A. Could do Aloft Owlet, so it's 3 or 4. Audio also gets the leading A, but also the O, down to 36 words. Along. And then we could do Owlet here, get a 3, or we could do like alloy Owlet, so we could be as bad as 5 if we get unlucky. Who knew about the ALLO trap? Wonder how many people lost on allow or alloy. All right, I guess we'll find out. Stare, another common starting word. We've got the T and the A, and it's just tamed. It's really worried about the atch trap. That's what it's worried about. Tamed helps with the atch trap a little bit. But let's just go this tonal guess instead. But we can look at tamed and tonal, I guess. So from tamed, it's going to go aloft and then Owlet. From tonal, it could get Owlet just right away in 3, or it could go aloft Owlet and get it in 4. All right. Trace tries to get in 2. I doubt it does today. No, it goes Faith, and then Bloat, and then Owlet. So that's 4. And finally, Place is what the official bot starts with. We go Gloat, and then Owlet. So it gets a 3. All right. Let's check with the bot now. First, we screenshot our solve. Doop-a-doo. Owlet. Okay. Did I beat the bot? Give me a 90 skill. Not bad. 56 luck. I felt my skill was probably what was going to be lower than that. I gave Scion a 76. Manor is the most popular follow-up. Baron, Gator, Talon, Scion. I'm not the only one who did Scion. Tenor, Carol, Urson, Tumor, Melon. 89 other people, starting with Whoop. Probably all my followers. Tarot. Give me a 93 for Tarot. That's pretty good, considering the repeated T. And then Owlet was a 99. If I had done Abbott Owlet, my skill score would have been higher, but my luck score would have been lower. Place Gloat Owlet. I think that's exactly what, that's exactly what the other bot predicted. All right, we've got a 0.2 cheater rate today. 3.3% on turn 2. The most popular second guess is Float or Bloat. 35.8, 77.5, 95.6, 99.5. All right, so pretty easy day today, but there were people who lost on Alloy and Allow, as I predicted. Those are the 2 big losses. All right, let's analyze in regular mode. There we are. They give me a way lower skill score with 83. One's a filler. All right. Psionic gave us 67. It says go rants. Just do a filler with good letters. Winning the E is interesting. Maybe if you have that O in that spot, maybe E is just not that common. This is a very different list. Baton, Manor. Manor is okay. Manor was swapped with Baton, maybe. Tenor, Mason, Salon, Bison. There were others with Scion, Minor, Carol. 67 others. So whenever the regular is lower than the hard, that means it's only my followers. At least that's the theory. All right. And it goes slate, gloat, allet. It's the same solve. That's pretty funny, other than the starting word. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where the slate and the place starting word end up with the exact same solve after. It's like same second word, same third word. That's pretty fun. All right. 0.3% tutor rate. That's standard. Float being the most popular, followed by outlet. 26%, 67.1%, 90.9%. This is lower. 98.3%. A lot more people losing on allow and alloy. And then also a loft. Interesting. All right, cool. Well, that's it for Wordle. How'd you do? If you'd like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.